So what does any normal person do when they get back from a 10-day trip out of the country? If you answered pack everything they own into a U-Haul and drive 15 hours to move themselves out of the state into another state, you've got problems like I do. I have to put all this stuff that's behind me into smaller travel-friendly boxes so that we can pack it into a U-Haul and leave in 4 days. And I got back from Italy yesterday. Sometimes, if you're crazy, you just think stuff like that makes sense. See, that's kind of the problem right now. I'm crazy enough to think that I can do everything, but I'm realistic enough to know that I can't. The past 10 days in Italy have been awesome. It was like amazing. One of the best times of my life. Like I got to drive in a boat in the Mediterranean Sea and almost capsize. I got to walk on the island of Capri. Got to sit in a hot tub on the Amalfi Coast. I got to see the David and the Pantheon. It was just like unreal. Now that I'm back home, I'm having to bump up against a very real realization, which is that I can't do everything that I want to do right now. On my flights back to the US, all I was thinking about was like, oh man, I'm gonna put out 7 videos, you know? I'm gonna really get at it. I'm really gonna give you guys all the content that I'm thinking about, everything that I wanna do. I was so inspired. And then I passed out on the plane. And now I'm sick and I have to go see my doctor. And also I'm moving in 4 days. See, I got this idea that you have to push the limits of what you're capable of because of my favorite director, Christopher Nolan. He does this all the time. Puts people in uncomfortable situations, pushing their limits and seeing how far the human capability will go to make something amazing. And I'm doing the same thing without even realizing it. Subconsciously, I'm so affected by my own favorite director that I'm not realizing the damage I've done to my body. When I got pulled off of the airplane, the EMTs told me, you're dehydrated, you're exhausted, you need to get some sleep and some rest, and you need to not do anything. That was the hardest thing for me to hear, because I want to keep going. I want to keep pushing forward. Somehow, I've managed to get at least 100 of you guys to sit here and tell me that you really like my stuff. And I don't want to just have you guys waiting in the dark for another video to come. But the reality of the situation is that I need to know my limits. See, I had in my mind when I left Italy that I would put out 3 videos this week. A tutorial, the 9 to 11 minute video of me in Italy vlogging, and a video about why I'm leaving Texas. Instead, I've been subjected to laying in my bed, feeling like I might pass out at any moment. I also had to cancel on meeting up with one of my favorite YouTubers, so I'll throw a card up in the corner and you can check out his channel and just give him some love because this dude's awesome. See, the thing that I'm bumping up against is that I want to be consistent, but I also want to be healthy, and I don't want to hurt myself trying to reach these goals. This whole thing reminds me a lot of the guy that we took a cooking class from in Italy. And when I say guy, I mean a chef that used to work at a 5-star restaurant. He was an amazing cook, and he took his time with everything. In fact, every time we cooked something, he would say, slowly, slowly. He would say it all the time. You know, we'd be like roasting tomatoes. He'd go slowly, slowly. And I asked him, what does that even mean? Why do you keep saying slowly, slowly? And he looked at me and said, if you go slowly, it will last. If you try to make it fast, it won't. I think Vito is actually speaking a lot of truth into my life in that moment, because I've been trying to go so fast with this YouTube thing, at least fast for me. And what I need to realize is that it's okay to go slow, to be slowly moving towards those goals. Because YouTube's not going anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere. So I can take my time creating and cultivating the channel that I want. So I hope you guys understand. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll be back next week with a bunch of new videos. I'm gonna try to get some sort of tutorial out by the end of this week, but I hope you guys enjoy yourselves, and remember, slowly, slowly. I'll see you guys later.